Prologue. Lilith stood on a large boulder, occasionally glancing out at the vast open space behind her. When she saw her best friend, Sarah, walking towards them in a white flowering dress, she didn't think there could be a more perfect day than today. The off-the-shoulder vintage dress was perfect for Sarah's wedding, and the ring of flowers her mother had made for her hair really accented the natural feel of their wedding. There were over 3 dozen guests standing on the large boulder face at the top of the hill. As Sarah walked towards them, soft music played from 2 speakers set up near the back. Lilith smiled at the way Ben watched his bride walk towards him. He looked so handsome in his tan cotton suit with his hiking boots. His best man, Rowan, stood off to the side, looking just as dashing. Lilith, for her part, was dressed in a soft pink version of Sarah's dress, but a tad shorter. Underneath both of their dresses were matching hiking boots, so they could easily climb the hill to the wedding spot. As the preacher started talking, Lilith's eyes roamed over the crowd. She didn't know Ben's family, but his parents didn't look too thrilled to be hosting the wedding in the wide open. Ben's sister, Bella, looked beyond thrilled. Actually, she looked the happiest out of all the guests. She too had flowers in her hair, which Lilith and Crystal had arranged. Then her eyes landed on Adam Caraveau, and her heart skipped a beat. Her eyes narrowed as she took in everything about him. The man had been put on Earth just to torture her. Quickly, before he could notice her looking at him, she turned her head away. The rest of the ceremony, she tried not to feel his eyes on her, but she knew that he was watching. Her body heated up under his gaze. When Sarah and Ben finally kissed, the small crowd erupted into loud cheers. Lilith took Rowan's arm and walked back down the hillside with him, chatting about his latest job. The man was a doctor, and a damn sexy one at that. Why did she feel so comfortable around him, but felt like her entire body was on fire around Adam? Both men were tall, sexy, blue-eyed, and were in professional careers. Maybe it was because Adam did everything he could to just plain irritate her. Since his first day working at East Haven Resort, Adam had said and done things to get in her way. If customers asked for substitutions on food items, he'd treat her like it was her idea. Every time he talked to her, he'd lay on the thick French accent, even though she had overheard him talking to Sarah or one of the other staff members without it. Once, she had walked into the kitchen as he was talking with one of the waiters, and he had been telling the guy that any woman he dated had better conform to his wishes and do everything in her power to please him. She had gotten so pissed she had actually dropped a glass, causing the pair to realize that she was eavesdropping on them. Instead of getting embarrassed, he had just smiled at her, like he had known she was there all along. Then there was the time he had kissed her. She started to close her eyes, but then remembered they weren't all the way down the hill yet. She stumbled slightly, but Rowan's arm rushed around her and steadied her. "Thanks," she mumbled. "It's probably hard to hike in a long dress," he said, shifting her weight so that he took most of it. "No, not really. I guess I was just lost in thought," she admitted. "About?" His blue eyes bore into hers. She was not going to open up to Rowan about Adam, so she lied. "I'm going to miss Sarah. I know they're only going to be gone on their honeymoon for a few weeks, but..." She let the rest drop. "From what I hear, you're more than capable of handling things at the resort." "Sure I am," she smiled, remembering how Sarah had given her a raise and the title of co-general manager. "I meant on a personal level." She sighed. "I feel like things are going to change now," she said, sidestepping a puddle of water.